by DesRow. One of those maps that is notorious for being anti-Zerg, simply because you can really only get that natural expansion, which really favors Terran and Protoss because it is so secluded and easy to defend because it's a ramp back in the back of your base. But as it was, purple Protoss, excuse me, pink Protoss. I don't know why I keep messing that up. DesRow, pink Protoss in the south part of the map. Mike going to be spawning in the north part of the map. Obviously a two-player map, so players know where each other's are, and we're going to see what each player decides to go on this map.
Yeah, both players saying, DesRow asking how Mike beat D-Killer, as D-Killer is very great, very great player. Mike saying he beat him by luck. DesRow asking if he did it in a 2-0 fashion, and Mike correcting him saying 2-1, and yes, it was a comeback there from Mike as the probe scout does go out. But yeah, I love that play from Mike, going actually for like a heavy Zergling build against a fast expanding Zerg. I mean, both players fast expanded, but D-Killer went for roaches while Mike cut drones and went for speed Zerglings. Was able to break the natural expansion and really take the game from there, and then had the momentum into game 3 and took that game on Delta Quadrant as well. What I was gonna say? So I was gonna say that. Oh yeah, okay. So this map, Jungle Basin, we're probably gonna see a fast expansion here from DesRow, as you can really block that front ramp with a forge and a gateway with a cannon. Fast expand to your natural, and actually go Phoenix on this map. A really great map to go Phoenix, as you can get that expansion down. Oh, what I would love to see from Mkengyn here is he throw down the hatchery here. But he's not going to throw down a hatchery here at the natural. Just going to try to block it with this drone. Drone versus probe, I believe the drone will win. Both players actually going to pull back here and try to heal up their units. Second probe coming off the line for DesRow, as he knows he needs it to defend against this drone here, trying to block the natural. And the natural does go down, so both players fast expanding. Might even see another hatchery go down here for Mkengyn, opting for a spawning pool instead. I would like to see him actually go for a third hatch. That would be a proper response here to this fast expanding Protoss.
Yeah, it's kind of funny seeing the drone block the expansion for DesRow. It's kind of the opposite of what you would see on really any other map. You'd see the annoying probe blocking the Zerg expansion. But I think the problem with, and there's another full block off by a DesRow. But I think the problem with this map, and why Zergs probably don't like to play on it as much as other maps, is that the third base, you have to take your pick. I mean, you got the 9 o'clock, the 3 o'clock, and then this middle base here at the top. You know, all of which are very far away from your main and natural, and are going to be really hard to defend early on. So that's just one of the problems with this map, at least for Zergs. Meanwhile, the Protoss can get a really easily defended second base, and they can just kind of work their way off a 2 base and you know, have a decent time with it.
Yeah, so the natural expansion is down for DesRow already. Mike is already mining at his own natural expansion, getting a couple queens out. Has gas mining, has not upgraded a metabolic boost. Looks like hopefully goes for a hatchery here once he gets. Oh no, actually going to be going for metabolic boost. Not quite sure if he should be going for that tech, as he doesn't really need it, as his opponent has 0 units and won't be able to really break down that ramp because of the complete wall off and a 1 cannon there to defend, and a very narrow ramp. Cybercore finish here for DesRow, and I kind of wanted to see Mike go for another hatchery. I'm not quite sure if he already knows that another hatchery is undoable on this map, but I believe it would be, as his opponent's not going to be out for another at least 5 more minutes with his entire army.
Yeah, that's the kind of the risk you have to think about as a Zerg player on this map. I mean, I agree with you. Seeing the full wall off from the Protoss and no units coming out relatively soon obviously means you can have a kind of safe expansion. I mean, if you're going to pick an expansion, you could probably pick this middle one and just kind of get an early creep tumor out to it to defend it. But still, it's just so wide open. I mean, really, there's no chokes at all to defend the third base for the Protoss. And meanwhile, Stargates, 2 Stargates thrown down for DesRow. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No. Yes, 2 Stargates down. But what I was gonna say is that this drone is still alive, scouting everything. So Evo Chamber went down for Mike. He's gonna have a defense here for the Void Rays and the Phoenix that are gonna come out. Although, oh man, I mean, he needs to get an expansion down. I think he really needs to be on an expansion right now because he's not gonna break it with Zerglings. He might be able to break it with proper Muta Micro, as you can micro against Phoenix pretty well because when they chase you, it's really hard for them to turn around and slow down and turn around. So you can kind of do a really good.
I hate to interrupt you, but actually we're seeing a Nidus network getting thrown down. So that is actually what he's planning on doing. I see an Overlord down in the northern part of the base. That's probably where I would see the Nidus network going down. So just going to bypass the wall and just stream a whole bunch of Zerglings in there. This could work very well once it's finished. It's almost done. I don't think no, they're not going to be able to see it at all if he puts it right. And I definitely think it's not going to be noticed. Oh, but they're throwing pylons down here now. It might be too late though. Oh, yep, there's the Nidus worm. And right now the only thing out for Protoss is Phoenixes. Probes
2
massively
Void Rays
getting pulled
actually.
off.
Here comes the probes, but the Zerglings are out. He's gonna have to take this down. Another Nidus worm coming down. Queens are gonna stream out as well. This Nidus worm might get taken out. Actually, ooh, Nidus worm goes down. So, but Zerglings are already in the base, streaming to the natural expansion as well as taking out all the probes at the main as well. Not too many in the main, but looks like the Zerglings are gonna try to go and take out as many probes. Probes retreating to the cannon. Pretty wise move there by DesRow. These Phoenix are gonna take out the scouting Overlord, and the Nidus worm does not work. All of his units are in the Nidus worm. Another one trying to go down here at the natural expansion, but the Void Ray is there. He's going to be able to take it down. Another Zealot is also there being warped in, but not too much mining here. More Zerglings in the main here, taking out a lot of probes here. Let's look at the units lost. Units lost show that 25 units lost for DesRow, and I believe those are all probes. Income tab showing it's 27 drones to 24 probes. Oh wow, amazing game here so far.
Yeah, that was very lucky of DesRow to see that before the first Nidus worm popped down. I think it was just kind of a ESP kind of sense to throw down those pylons right there, right as the first one was getting finished. But lots and lots of damage. I mean, DesRow really wasn't mining there for a good minute and a half with these Zerglings running amok in his base. Right now the Phoenix actually just going to be flying around the map trying to find Overlords to snipe, but that was a nice tactic. But now we got to see what Mike is going to follow this up with. I mean, it's not going to work a second time, I don't believe. So he's got to figure out something to break this wall, counter these air units.
He has Nidus network at the front of his base, front of the Protoss base, forcing the Protoss to retreat. He has a ton of Queens. He's going to just trying to break down the gateway and the forge. He has so many Zerglings. He had 4 control groups in that Nidus worm. The Queens are going to be able to defend against the Void Rays with a ton of transfused, a lot of energy saved up. And with only 1 cannon and 1 stalker defending at the front, this gateway is going to go down. This is going to be really bad here for DesRow, as he only has 1 gateway to macro off of and 2 Stargates. And oh man, I don't see him being able to defend this. Tries to lift up Zerglings, really not going to be the... And yeah, there's a GG from DesRow. Mike takes the win. Beautiful game.